We have studied about definitions of stress and strain, and we know that stress is the internal restoring force per unit area of cross section. Since the internal restoring force we can't measure, but these internal restoring forces are equal to externally applied forces, which we call as the deforming forces, and therefore stress can be considered as the ratio of deforming force to the area of cross section. So we have to study now what are the types of stress. There are three types of stress. We have to study one by one. First one is the tensile stress, or it is also known as a longitudinal stress. If the forces are applied to the body, and because of that forces, if there is a change in length of that body, length of that object, then the stress corresponding to that is known as a टेन्साइल स्ट्रेस और लॉन्जिट्युडिनल स्ट्रेस. म्हणजे कुठल्याही एखाद्या रॉडला किंवा वायरला किंवा कुठल्याही एखाद्या ऑब्जेक्टला आपण फोर्स अप्लाय केला आणि या फोर्समुळे त्या बॉडीचं डिफॉर्मेशन होतं, त्याचे डायमेन्शन्स चेंज होतात, पण हे चेंज इन डायमेन्शन्स फक्त रिलेटेड टू लेंथ ऑफ दॅट मटेरियल असतं. त्या स्ट्रेसला आपण टेन्साइल स्ट्रेस म्हणणार किंवा longitudinal stress म्हणणार. For example, suppose here there is one wire whose original length is L. If the force F is applied perpendicular to the area of cross section of the wire, then because of this force the wire gets elongated, the wire gets extended, means there is a change in length of that wire. Initial length of wire is up to this. Because of this application of force, the length of wire changes. So we can say the stress which is associated with this wire, that is the tensile stress or longitudinal stress. So when the deforming forces are applied and because of that there is a change in length of that material, we say it is the tensile stress or longitudinal stress. Here it is area of cross section, that term we have to remember. हा संपूर्ण स्ट्रिंगचा किंवा ह्या संपूर्ण रॉडचा किंवा ह्या संपूर्ण वायरचा एरिया आपल्याला कन्सिडर करायचा नसतो, आपल्याला एरिया ऑफ क्रॉस सेक्शन कन्सिडर करायचा असतो. आणि हा जो फोर्स आपण अप्लाय करतो, दिस फोर्स इज अप्लाइड परपेंडिक्युलर टू दिस एरिया ऑफ क्रॉस सेक्शन, देन द टेन्साइल स्ट्रेस इज इक्वल टू मॅग्निट्यूड ऑफ द फोर्स अप्लाइड to the area of cross section of the wire. So we say the tensile stress comes to be force upon area, applied force upon area. Also from this you can have the unit and dimensions for the tensile stress, and that remains same as that of the unit and dimensions for stress, that is SI unit is Newton per meter square, and dimensions you can write by finding the dimensions of force and dimensions of area. So this is the stress which is associated with the change in length of that body. Now there is one another type of stress that is called as a compressive stress. There is one more type of stress that we consider now, that is the compressive stress. First we have discussed about the tensile stress, when the force is applied and because of that if its length changes, then the stress associated to that is known as the tensile or longitudinal stress. Here it is also a compressive stress, that whenever we have to discuss, we again consider a wire whose length is L. If at both the ends of wire a forces are applied like this, that means the wire we have to push in inward direction. Because of that the length of the wire decreases. That is called as a compressive stress. Because of the application of force, if the length of wire increases, we say it is the tensile stress or longitudinal stress. Because of the application of force on both the sides of the wire, if the length of wire decreases, the length of wire is reduced, the corresponding stress is known as a compressive stress. So here it is, we have taken L is the length of wire, A is the area of cross section of the wire. At the two ends of the wire, if the forces are applied, because of that the wire gets pushed inside and the length of the wire get decreased. That means the wire get compressed here. Such type of stress is known as a compressive stress. And once again, the definition of stress gives us the applied force per unit area of cross section. So once again, the definition for compressive stress becomes force upon area of cross section. We know about the definition of strain, and as we have studied, when the forces are applied to the body gets deformed. There is change in the dimensions of the body, and that change in dimensions of a body, if they are related to the changes in length of that body, then the strain associated with that is known as a टेन्साइल स्ट्रेन और लॉन्जिट्युडिनल स्ट्रेन. जसे आपण स्ट्रेसचा टाइप पाहिला, टेन्साइल स्ट्रेस किंवा लॉन्जिट्युडिनल स्ट्रेस, and it is related to the changes in length of that object or length of that body. In the same way, strain is also one type of tensile strain is also one of the type of the strain, and it is related to the change in length of that object. So basic definition for strain is what? Change in dimensions upon original dimensions. If the strain is related to change in length only, then the definition for tensile strain becomes the ratio of change in length to the original length of that body or of that object. So tensile strain or longitudinal strain, we can consider it is equal to the change in length upon original length. In the previous example, we have studied if L is the length of the wire, and by the application of force, if the length of wire changes, that wire gets elongated, and if L is the original length of that wire, delta L is the change in length of that wire, then that formula for tensile strain comes to be delta L upon L. आपण मागच्या फिगर मध्ये दाखवले L is the original length and delta L is what? Change in length of that material. So this is about the first type of strain and stress, tensile or longitudinal stress, and second one is tensile or longitudinal strain. Second type of stress is the volume stress. Name itself indicates that the stress is associated with the change in volume of that body. If the force is applied to the body, then because of that force, if the volume of body changes, then we say that the stress is the volume stress. Suppose in this figure, we have taken a balloon. Forces are acting on all the sides perpendicular to this balloon. Because of that force, the volume of this balloon decreases. So inside this we can say this is the small balloon, its volume will be V minus dV. That means the change in volume of this balloon or the volume of balloon changes by an amount dV. Here it is, the shape of this object or this balloon remains same, only the size of the balloon changes. So such type of stress is called as a volume stress. In order to have the volume stress, there should be the change in volume of that body because of the application of force, and for that we can say the volume stress is again equal to the, by definition, it is equal to what? Applied force. Stress of any type can be found by the same formula, that is applied force upon area of cross section. So again it becomes the modulus of force F divided by A, which is equal to what? F upon A. This is the volume stress. Volume stress is again have the same definition, applied force upon area. It is equal to force upon area. So F upon A is the formula for volume stress. But here the volume, when the volume of the object changes, we have to apply force per unit area of cross section of this surface. Because of that, the force upon area gives us the new term that we know it is equal to the pressure. So volume stress can be also calculated by considering the formula. Volume stress is equal to change in pressure. Since there is a change in volume of the object, the stress associated with that is called as the volume stress, and because of that the volume stress can also be calculated by taking the formula. It is the change in pressure, that simply we can write it as dP. Again, volume stress is having same unit and dimensions as that of the unit and dimensions for the stress. Is what? Volume strain. Again we say the name itself indicates the meaning of this. When the strain produced in the wire or in the object is related to its volume, we say it is the volume strain. So whenever the deforming forces are applied to the material, applied to the body, and if there is a change in volume of that body, we say the strain associated with that is the volume strain. And as the basic definition of strain, what is it? It is the change in dimensions upon original dimensions. So for the volume strain, we can write the definition as it is the ratio of change in dimensions to the change in volume to the original volume. So if V is the original volume of the object or a body, and because of the application of force there is a change in volume of the body, and we say delta V is the change in its volume, then by definition volume strain comes to be delta V upon V. As usual, as we have said, strain is the ratio of two similar quantities, and because of that strain is not having any unit and dimensions. Third type of stress we discuss, that is known as a shearing stress. When the forces are applied to the body, and because of that forces, if there is a change in shape of that body, then the stress is called as the shearing stress. So we have studied up till now tensile or longitudinal stress. It is related to the changes in length of the body. Volume stress, it is related to the change in volume of the body. And third type of stress is the shearing stress, which is related to the change in shape of that body. So the deforming forces are applied to the body, and because of that forces, if the shape of body changes, then the corresponding stress is called as a shearing stress. So for that we have to explain this, we have taken the example of a cube. We have considered this cube A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. हा आपण क्यूब कन्सिडर केलाय. क्यूबची प्रत्येक साइड जी आहे इट इज ऑफ लेंथ L. Length L is the length of each side of the cube. Base of the cube A, B, C, D is fixed, and the tangential force is applied to the upper surface of the cube. Because of this tangential force, and since the bottom of the cube is fixed, this force is applied only on the top surface of the cube. Because of this force, the top of surface of the cube will get shifted, and the shape of the cube will get changed into the parallelepiped. That means there is a change in the shape of the cube because of the application of these tangential forces. Because of these forces, only the upper surface of the cube that will get shifted, and the bottom of the cube will remain fixed, so that the shape of the cube can be changed, or it changes. So the stress associated with that is called as a shearing stress. And as we know, stress is of any type. It is the ratio of applied force upon area. Here it is, we are applying tangential force to the upper surface of the cube, and because of that its shape changes. So we say the shearing stress is equal to tangential force upon area of that surface of the cube. Once again, stress is again remaining same as the ratio of force upon area. So shearing stress is also having same unit and dimensions as that of the stress. Now associated with this shearing stress, we can consider one more term that is called as a shearing strain. And strain, as we know, it is the ratio of two similar quantities, change in dimensions upon original dimensions. But here it is, we can't use that formula. To find the shearing strain, we can't use the formula that is the change in shape of the body to the original shape of a body. We can't measure that shape. So to find the shearing strain, we have to consider this figure. ही जे क्यूब आहे त्याचा आपण हा ए बी सी ए बी जी आणि एच हा जो पोर्शन आहे तो कन्सिडर केला की जो फक्त पुढे शिफ्ट झालाय. एच जो आहे that will get shifted to H dash because of the application of force. G point will get shifted to G dash because of the application of this tangential force, because the lower surface or bottom surface of the cube remains fixed. So this AB will remain as it is. Only because of this force, this H will get shifted to H dash, G will get shifted to G dash, E will get shifted to E dash, F will get shifted to F dash. For simplicity only we have taken this simple figure, and when H is shifted to H dash, in between this AH and AH dash there is a small angle theta. In between this BG and BG dash there is a small angle theta. This HH dash or GG dash gives us the change in length of that cube, that surface of that side of the cube. So delta L is the change in length of this side of the cube, where L is its original length. Now to find the tensile strain is the change in length upon original length. Here it is, we have to find the shearing strain. So to find shearing strain, we have to use the formula that is shearing strain from this formula, from this figure. Shearing strain, we can say this is the change in length divided by this original length, that is delta L upon L. But from figure, if you observe it carefully, in between this A H dash there is a angle theta, and from this figure if you find the value for tan theta, then what will be it? Tan theta is equal to HH dash divided by AH, HH dash divided by AH. Or again tan theta also we can write it as, here it is also angle theta is there. From this also you can find tan theta, and it is equal to what? GG dash divided by BG. So this also we can write, it is equal to GG dash upon BG. This tan theta, that is called as a shearing strain. But since the angle theta is very small, the tan theta is taken as simply theta. So shearing strain is measured in terms of angle theta. So you can have the formula for shearing strain, that is equal to theta, since theta is very small. Theta हा खूप लहान असणार आहे, and because of that tan theta can be considered as simply theta. So we get the formula for shearing strain is what? Simply theta. You have to remember these types of stress and strain carefully, because in the next article we have to discuss Hooke's law and the elastic moduli, constant of elasticity, and to explain them we need all these types of stress and strain. So you carefully remember and study all these terms.